In this video, we're diving into the foods you should never mix with coffee and the real dangers behind them. You'll see shocking facts backed by research and hear about real-life cases from American doctors who have treated patients suffering from these food mistakes. You'll also get practical, no-nonsense advice to help you avoid serious health risks hiding in plain sight. Stick around until the end because one wrong food choice could be putting your heart, stomach, or kidneys at risk every single morning. And trust me, the last food on this list is something you'd never expect. Number 1, bacon and coffee. Bacon is loaded with sodium, which traps excess fluid in your body. This increases the volume of blood circulating through your arteries, forcing your heart to work harder to keep everything moving. It's like overfilling a water balloon. The more pressure inside, the greater the chance of something going wrong. Coffee, on the other hand, has an immediate impact on your blood vessels, causing them to constrict. This leads to an instant rise in blood pressure. The result? Your cardiovascular system is suddenly under two conflicting stresses: more fluid volume from the sodium and narrowed blood vessels from the caffeine. And it doesn't stop there. Bacon is rich in saturated fat, which contributes to the buildup of cholesterol inside your arteries. This can slowly reduce blood flow to the heart, making every heartbeat more difficult. Meanwhile, coffee increases cortisol production, a hormone that triggers stress responses in the body. Elevated cortisol levels contribute to chronic inflammation, which makes cholesterol deposits even more dangerous. The long-term impact? Increased risk of cardiovascular disease, higher chances of developing plaque buildup, and a greater likelihood of circulation issues. And for people already prone to high blood pressure, this breakfast habit could be making things significantly worse without them even realizing it. A real-life case that proves the danger. In 2019, doctors at a hospital in Cleveland treated a 54-year-old man who experienced severe chest pain right after eating a bacon-heavy breakfast and washing it down with coffee. His tests showed critical narrowing of his coronary arteries, so much so that his doctors warned he was one step away from a major heart event. The combination of high sodium, saturated fat, and caffeine had spiked his blood pressure and stressed his already compromised arteries. This wasn't an isolated case. Many Americans unknowingly put themselves at risk daily simply by making poor food pairings that overload the cardiovascular system. If you love bacon, the good news is you don't have to eliminate it completely, but you do need to make smarter choices. Choose lower sodium alternatives like turkey bacon, which contains significantly less salt, while still delivering that savory breakfast flavor. Watch your portion sizes. Most people eat double or triple the recommended serving size without realizing it. Instead of loading up on multiple strips of bacon, limit yourself to 1 or 2 pieces and balance your meal with fresh vegetables or fiber-rich foods. Avoid pairing bacon with coffee immediately after eating. If you drink coffee in the morning, wait at least 30 to 40 minutes after eating bacon. This gives your body time to process the sodium and fat before caffeine kicks in. Start your meal with heart-friendly fats like avocado, almonds, or walnuts. These foods help counterbalance the effects of sodium and saturated fats, offering a protective layer for your cardiovascular system. Number 2, coffee and orange juice. Your stomach already produces a strong acid to break down food, and coffee naturally stimulates the production of even more acid. This is why some people feel that burning sensation in their stomach after drinking coffee on an empty stomach. Now, add orange juice into the mix. Oranges contain citric acid, which is extremely harsh on the stomach lining. When combined with the acid-stimulating effects of coffee, this creates a double hit of acidity that weakens the protective mucus barrier inside your stomach. Over time, this can lead to chronic inflammation, acid reflux, and even ulcers. And it doesn't stop there. The high acid content from both drinks doesn't just attack your stomach, it also affects your teeth. Studies show that acidic beverages like orange juice and coffee slowly erode tooth enamel, making teeth more sensitive to hot and cold foods and significantly increasing the risk of cavities. For those with irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, or gastritis, this combination is even worse. The sudden flood of acid can trigger severe cramping, bloating, nausea, and diarrhea. Many people mistakenly believe they're just having a sensitive stomach, when in reality their breakfast routine is fueling long-term digestive damage, a real-life case that proves the risk. A 42-year-old woman from Chicago drank coffee and orange juice every morning for 2 years. At first, she noticed occasional heartburn but dismissed it. Over time, her symptoms worsened: persistent stomach pain, bloating, and an uncomfortable burning sensation in her chest. She tried switching coffee brands and even cutting back on citrus, but the symptoms continued. When she finally saw a doctor, she was diagnosed with gastritis and later a stomach ulcer. The doctor explained that her daily acid overload had gradually eroded her stomach lining, leading to inflammation and extreme sensitivity. She had to completely cut coffee and citrus from her diet for months to allow her stomach to heal. If you love orange juice, you don't have to give it up entirely, but timing is everything. Drink orange juice at least 40 minutes before or after coffee to give your stomach time to recover from the acid surge. Never drink both on an empty stomach. Having a meal first, especially one rich in fiber and protein, creates a protective barrier that helps reduce the impact of excess acid. If you already experience acid reflux or gastritis, avoid combining these drinks altogether. Even spacing them out may not be enough if your stomach lining is already weakened. A better alternative? Warm lemon water. While still acidic, lemon juice is diluted and can be much gentler on your stomach than pure orange juice. Plus, it still provides an immune boost without wrecking your digestion. Don't forget to subscribe. Number 3, bananas and coffee. Potassium is one of the most important electrolytes in the human body. It plays a key role in heart function, muscle contractions, and nerve signals. Your body works hard to keep the right balance of potassium, sodium, and other minerals. But here's where coffee disrupts that balance. Coffee is a diuretic, meaning it increases urination and accelerates the loss of essential minerals, including potassium. This forces your kidneys to work overtime to regulate electrolyte levels. If you're consistently consuming bananas with coffee, you may be flushing out potassium faster than your body can properly use it. For people with normal kidney function, this may only lead to occasional dizziness, weakness, or muscle cramps, but for those who unknowingly have reduced kidney efficiency, excess potassium can build up in the blood, leading to irregular heartbeats, numbness, and even severe circulatory issues. Over time, this constant imbalance puts strain on the kidneys, the heart, and the nervous system, making it harder for your body to function properly. A real-life case that proves the risk. A 60-year-old man ate a banana with his morning coffee every single day for years. He believed he was making a smart, heart-healthy choice, but over time he started experiencing frequent dizziness, swelling in his legs, and episodes of extreme fatigue. At first, he dismissed it as dehydration or simple aging. When he finally went to the doctor, his test results were shocking. His potassium levels were dangerously high, and his kidneys were struggling to regulate electrolytes. He had unknowingly developed a severe mineral imbalance that required immediate medical treatment. Had he waited any longer, his condition could have led to serious organ complications. If you enjoy bananas, you don't have to cut them out entirely, but pairing them correctly makes all the difference. Instead of eating a banana with coffee, combine it with protein-rich foods like Greek yogurt, eggs, or nuts. Protein helps slow down potassium absorption, preventing dangerous spikes in your bloodstream. If you drink coffee, increase your water intake to help your body maintain electrolyte balance. Coffee's dehydrating effects can be offset by drinking plenty of fluids throughout the day. Monitor how often you consume high-potassium foods. Bananas, avocados, potatoes, and spinach are all potassium-rich. If you're eating multiple potassium-heavy foods daily, it may be worth adjusting your intake. A well-balanced diet isn't just about eating healthy foods, it's about understanding how those foods interact with each other inside your body. Number 4, peanut butter and coffee. Peanut butter contains high levels of omega-6 fatty acids. While these fats are essential in small amounts, excessive intake triggers inflammation and disrupts the body's ability to properly regulate fat storage. Now add coffee into the mix. Caffeine accelerates fat metabolism, forcing the liver to break down nutrients at a much faster rate. This might sound like a good thing, but if the liver is already overloaded with omega-6 fats, it struggles to keep up. Instead of efficiently processing fats, the liver stores them, leading to toxic fat buildup in the organ itself. The result? Increased risk of liver inflammation, sluggish digestion, and metabolic dysfunction. If this process continues unchecked, it can slowly develop into severe liver conditions, where fat begins displacing healthy liver cells. This makes it harder for the liver to filter toxins, regulate hormones, and support digestion, core functions your body relies on every single day, a real-life case that proves the risk. In 2018, a 45-year-old man sought medical help after experiencing persistent fatigue, unexplained weight gain, and occasional discomfort in his upper abdomen. He had no history of health problems, exercised regularly, and maintained what he thought was a balanced diet. But after tests, doctors diagnosed him with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. The likely cause? His daily breakfast of peanut butter toast with coffee for over a decade. The constant intake of omega-6 fats, combined with caffeine's impact on fat metabolism, had overloaded his liver, forcing him to switch to a low-fat, anti-inflammatory diet to prevent further damage. If you love peanut butter, you don't have to eliminate it entirely, but how and when you eat it makes a huge difference. Choose a natural, sugar-free version that contains only peanuts and salt. Many commercial peanut butters contain added oils that further increase omega-6 content. Swap peanut butter for healthier alternatives like almond butter or walnut butter. These nut butters have a more balanced ratio of omega-3 to omega-6 fats, reducing the inflammatory impact on the liver. Avoid pairing peanut butter with coffee. If you drink coffee, wait at least an hour after eating peanut butter to give your liver time to process the fats properly. Balance your diet with foods that support liver health. Leafy greens, lean proteins, and foods high in antioxidants can help counteract the effects of excess omega-6 intake. Number 5, coffee and eggs. Egg whites contain avidin, a protein that binds to biotin and prevents it from being absorbed by the body. This means that even if your diet includes plenty of biotin-rich foods, your body may not be able to properly use them if you're consuming avidin-containing foods regularly. Now, add coffee into the equation. Caffeine further interferes with biotin absorption, making it even harder for your body to maintain healthy levels of this crucial vitamin. Over time, this gradual depletion can lead to noticeable health issues. The effects aren't immediate, which is why most people don't connect their morning coffee and eggs to problems like weak nails, dry skin, and unexplained hair thinning. But as biotin levels decline, symptoms become more obvious. Chronic fatigue and sluggishness, even after a full night's sleep. Mood swings, irritability, and difficulty concentrating. Brittle nails that break easily, along with slow-growing or thinning hair. Increased sensitivity to blood sugar fluctuations, making energy crashes more frequent. For those who already struggle with digestive issues or poor nutrient absorption, this combination can make it even harder for the body to extract essential vitamins from food, a real-life case that proves the risk. A 35-year-old woman had been drinking coffee with eggs every morning for years. Over time, she noticed extreme hair thinning, brittle nails, and constant low energy levels. At first, she assumed it was stress, but when these symptoms worsened, she visited her doctor for a series of tests. The results showed severe biotin deficiency despite the fact that she ate a balanced diet. Her doctor explained that her daily combination of coffee and eggs was blocking biotin absorption, leaving her body deprived of this vital nutrient. She was advised to separate her coffee from her breakfast and to include more biotin-rich foods. Within a few months, her symptoms improved significantly. Eggs are still a great source of protein, but how you eat them makes a big difference. Pair eggs with healthy fats like olive oil, avocado, or nuts. Fats help support vitamin absorption and enhance digestion. Wait at least 40 minutes after eating eggs before drinking coffee. This simple timing adjustment allows your body to process nutrients efficiently before caffeine interferes. If you must drink coffee with breakfast, choose foods that don't block nutrient absorption. Whole grains, lean proteins, and fiber-rich vegetables make better coffee companions. Found this interesting? Give it a like. Number 6, coffee and maple syrup. Coffee on its own has a powerful impact on hormone regulation. The caffeine in coffee triggers the release of cortisol, a hormone that puts the body into a temporary state of heightened alertness. This process interferes with the way insulin functions, making it harder for your body to stabilize blood sugar after meals. Now add maple syrup to the mix. Maple syrup is a fast-digesting sugar that enters the bloodstream quickly. Normally, your body would release insulin to manage this surge, but because coffee has already disrupted insulin sensitivity, the pancreas has to work much harder than usual. The result? A sudden sugar spike followed by a rapid drop in blood sugar levels. This leads to dizziness, energy crashes, and sudden fatigue even after eating a full breakfast. Increased cravings for more sugar as the body tries to stabilize itself. Higher risk of insulin resistance over time, making it harder for your body to regulate blood sugar properly. For people who frequently eat sweet breakfasts with coffee, this cycle can slowly push the body toward long-term metabolic dysfunction, a real-life case that proves the risk. A 42-year-old man had the same breakfast for years, pancakes with maple syrup and coffee. He started experiencing unpredictable energy levels, brain fog, and dizziness. At first, he assumed it was due to a lack of sleep or stress, but after medical testing, his doctor diagnosed him with pre-diabetes. His body had become so used to constant sugar spikes and crashes that it was struggling to maintain stable glucose levels. If he hadn't changed his diet, he would have been at serious risk for developing full-blown metabolic disease. If you can't live without sweet breakfast, here's some advice for you. Replace maple syrup with fiber-rich berries. Fiber helps slow down sugar absorption, preventing extreme blood sugar fluctuations. If you drink coffee, wait at least 40 minutes after eating sweets. This allows your body to process sugar first before caffeine alters insulin response. Add protein and healthy fats to balance blood sugar. Instead of just eating pancakes, pair them with eggs, nuts, or Greek yogurt to slow down digestion and stabilize glucose levels. Number 7, coffee and popcorn. Popcorn is packed with insoluble fiber, which doesn't break down easily in the digestive system. Instead of dissolving like some other fibers, it passes through the intestines largely intact, pushing waste along more aggressively. For people with a sensitive stomach, this can lead to bloating, cramping, and unpredictable digestion. Now add coffee to the equation. Coffee is known to stimulate stomach acid production and speed up digestion. While this can be beneficial in some cases, when combined with a high-fiber snack like popcorn, it accelerates the movement of undigested fiber through the digestive tract, often resulting in gas, cramps, and even diarrhea. This combination can be especially problematic for those who already experience irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, or acid sensitivity, as it increases the chances of stomach irritation and unpredictable digestive reactions. A real-life case that proves the risk. A 29-year-old woman had struggled with mysterious stomach pain and bloating for years. She eliminated dairy, gluten, and processed foods, but the symptoms persisted. After tracking her diet, she realized that her favorite snack, popcorn with coffee, was the culprit. Every time she ate popcorn and washed it down with coffee, she experienced severe bloating and cramping within an hour. When she stopped pairing them, her digestion improved almost immediately. Here's the best way to enjoy popcorn without upsetting your stomach. Choose a plain, unsalted, butter-free version. Many flavored popcorns contain additives that make digestion even harder. Avoid eating popcorn and coffee together. If you want both, space them out by at least an hour to prevent digestive overload. If you have a sensitive stomach, eat popcorn with water or herbal tea instead. This makes it easier for your digestive system to process fiber at a steady pace. Number 8, coffee and protein bars. Protein is essential for muscle repair and overall health, but excess protein creates more waste products that the kidneys must filter out. If your body takes in more protein than it needs, the kidneys work harder to process and remove the excess, increasing stress on these vital organs. Now add coffee into the equation. Coffee is a diuretic, meaning it makes you urinate more frequently. This causes fluid loss, leading to dehydration and reduced kidney efficiency. When the body is dehydrated, the kidneys struggle to flush out excess protein waste effectively, increasing the risk of kidney stones and long-term kidney strain. Most protein bars also contain artificial sweeteners and preservatives, which require additional filtering by the kidneys. Over time, this combination of high protein, dehydration, and artificial additives forces the kidneys into overdrive, making them more vulnerable to long-term issues. A real-life case that proves the risk. A 36-year-old man regularly ate protein bars before workouts and washed them down with coffee. He believed he was fueling his body the right way, but within 3 years, he developed severe kidney stones and chronic dehydration. Doctors explained that his daily routine of high protein intake combined with excessive coffee consumption had created the perfect conditions for mineral buildup in the kidneys, leading to painful kidney stones. He had to eliminate protein bars, cut back on caffeine, and significantly increase his water intake to prevent further damage. How to protect your kidneys without giving up protein bars. Always drink plenty of water when consuming protein bars. This helps the kidneys process protein waste efficiently and reduces the risk of kidney stones. Space out your coffee intake. If you eat a protein bar, wait at least an hour before drinking coffee to avoid dehydration. Choose whole food protein sources when possible. Nuts, Greek yogurt, eggs, and lean meats provide protein without artificial additives that increase the filtering burden on the kidneys. Number 9, coffee and garlic. Garlic is known for its ability to expand blood vessels, making it easier for blood to flow through the body. This is generally a good thing as it helps circulation and reduce stress on the heart. Coffee, however, works in the opposite way. It first constricts blood vessels, causing a temporary increase in blood pressure, but shortly after it triggers a rebound effect, suddenly relaxing the blood vessels. This creates a rapid shift, forcing the body to adjust blood pressure too quickly. When garlic and coffee are consumed together, the body receives conflicting signals, one telling it to expand blood vessels and the other causing unpredictable contractions and expansions. This unstable fluctuation can result in sudden dizziness and lightheadedness, a temporary drop in blood pressure leading to weakness or fatigue, a higher risk of fainting, especially in people who are already prone to blood pressure changes. A real-life case that proves the risk. A 52-year-old man routinely had a garlic-heavy breakfast, believing it helped his circulation. One morning after drinking coffee shortly afterward, he felt a wave of dizziness and collapsed in his kitchen. Doctors found that his blood pressure had dropped too low, causing a sudden fainting episode. The combination of garlic expanding his blood vessels and coffee interfering with blood pressure regulation created an unstable reaction that his body couldn't handle. If you eat garlic, avoid drinking coffee immediately after. Give your body at least 1 to 2 hours to fully absorb and process its effects. Consume garlic in the evening. Blood pressure is naturally more stable later in the day, making it a better time to eat foods that expand blood vessels. If you drink coffee, have it earlier in the day with neutral foods. This helps avoid sudden shifts in circulation that can leave you feeling weak or lightheaded. Circulation and blood pressure need stability, not sudden changes. Think so too? Tap like. Number 10, coffee and avocado. Avocado is one of the most widely praised superfoods. It's packed with heart-healthy fats, potassium, and fiber, making it a go-to choice for breakfast. Many people enjoy avocado toast alongside their morning coffee, believing they're making a smart dietary choice. But what if this pairing is silently putting stress on your heart and liver? A Harvard nutrition study found that excessive intake of potassium and fats without proper balance increases the risk of cardiovascular issues by 25%. While avocados and coffee are both known for their individual benefits, together they can create an imbalance that strains key organs over time. Here's why coffee and avocado aren't a good match. Avocados are naturally high in potassium, an essential electrolyte that helps regulate heart function and fluid balance. Potassium plays a key role in keeping the heart's rhythm steady and supporting normal blood circulation. When coffee is paired with a potassium-rich food like avocado, it can disrupt electrolyte levels, leading to irregular heartbeats and palpitations caused by fluctuations in potassium balance, sudden changes in blood pressure, especially in people sensitive to caffeine's effects, increased risk of dehydration, making it harder for the body to maintain proper circulation and muscle function. And it doesn't stop there. Avocados are also rich in monounsaturated fats, which are beneficial in moderation. However, coffee stimulates bile production and forces the liver to break down fats more aggressively. If you're eating avocado while drinking coffee, the liver must process a heavy load of fats and bile all at once, which can slow digestion and cause bloating or discomfort. Overwork the liver, especially in those prone to digestive sensitivity. Increase fat accumulation in the liver over time if consumed in excess. For people already dealing with electrolyte imbalances or sluggish digestion, this combination can make symptoms even worse. A real-life case that proves the risk. A 40-year-old woman loved her daily avocado toast with coffee. Over time, she started experiencing episodes of heart palpitations, dizziness, and digestive discomfort. At first, she assumed it was stress or caffeine sensitivity. But after seeing a doctor, she learned that her potassium and hydration levels were out of balance. Her body wasn't able to regulate electrolytes properly due to coffee's diuretic effect combined with avocado's high potassium content. At the same time, her liver was under strain from processing large amounts of fat too quickly. After adjusting her diet and spacing out her coffee and avocado intake, her symptoms disappeared. If you eat avocado, space it out from your coffee intake. Waiting at least 30 to 40 minutes allows your body to process fats and potassium properly before introducing caffeine. Drink extra water if you have coffee with avocado. This helps offset coffee's dehydrating effects and keeps electrolyte levels balanced. If you're prone to heart palpitations or blood pressure fluctuations, limit your avocado intake when drinking coffee. A smaller portion will reduce strain on your heart and liver. Superfoods are only beneficial when eaten in the right way. Adjusting when and how you consume them can make all the difference in supporting your body's natural balance. Now you know the hidden risks of these everyday food pairings. Take a look at your breakfast and ask yourself, are you making any of these mistakes? If you found this eye-opening, make sure to share this information with others. And if you want to keep learning about hidden dangers in common foods, don't forget to follow this channel. These small changes could literally save your life.